Hello, everybody. How are y'all?
There we
Welcome
go.
in this afternoon. Y'all, I
Hey,
prove it
Laura
every time.
and
Zoila,
Zoila and Sam and Heidi, Carrie.
how are all of y'all this evening? See, every time Maureen is left in charge of pushing the buttons, yeah, Maureen pushed the
Hi,
button
Cindy.
to play to play the little intro, but Maureen forgot to hit the go live button. So as soon as the intro is over with, I'm sitting here saying, hello, everybody. And I look up there and it says go live. Yeah. Tell you, Maureen cannot be in charge of the buttons. That's all there is to it. But anyway, we are here. I'm so happy that y'all are with us this afternoon. I hope you've had a great day. It is now officially time to start the weekend. So I hope that y'all have some great plans. Hello, Cindy and
And it's
Carrie. It was for you an hour ago.
Officially a late spring for us. Finally.
Man. Right. I know that Zoila popped in here a minute ago to say Squirrel Raid, and Laura's here. I did say hello to Carrie, Sam, Heidi. Thank y'all so much for being here with us this evening. I really appreciate it. There's Michelle Mosaic, sweetheart. How are you doing?
There's Michelle.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Carrie's still playing spring from the way she talks. She's hatching baby chickens all over the place.
Yeah. Let's see. What did I say? 104?
104 as of today. Yes.
Yeah.
Heidi, that's what happens when you have puppies and kittens. They think that they are supposed to take over, you know. Hello, Amy.
Hey, Amy.
How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Is your weekend officially kicking off? I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we always
My
like
drink
to
is
ask. No, that's okay. Oh, goodness. So, as we always like to ask, what are you sipping on? What are you working on? And how has your weather been today? So, I'm going to kick off. I have there's a company here in Texas called HTTEAO, and all they make is tea, folks. That's it. So, my stepdaughter has got me hooked on watermelon. Yes, watermelon
Hi, Jen.
tea and unsweet tea. So she mixes it half and half because I don't drink sweet tea. But this watermelon flavor, you don't need anything with it. But it's really, really good. It is currently 85 degrees. Folks, it's been so nice here. It really, really has. And I'm working on a mosaic blanket. Hello, my Jen. How are you doing? And there is Zoila. How are you, sweetheart? She is the moderator of the moderators. Let me tell you what.
Ooh. Hey, Granny D.
Hey, my Granny D. How are you doing, sweetheart? This is for you and all of your little squirrels. Mwah. Thank you, Granny D, for sending all your little peeps over here with us. We do appreciate that. Let's see. I think someone said they're working on a pair of shorts. Is that right?
She is. Cindy said coffee, a pair of shorts, and pouring rain and thunderstorms.
Oh, my goodness.
And yeah. Amy says it's 78. She's drinking water, but may get some wine out soon. Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Started on another mosaic blanket. Aha.
Oh my goodness. Hello, my Lana. How are you doing? It's so
Hey,
good to
Lana.
see you here.
Well, I'll second what you said. I'm actually having I don't know, it's something I made up. It's got vodka, ice cream.
Oh, that don't
Oh,
sound
yeah.
good.
Like a white Russian.
Okay.
But I muddled up some raspberries and then put more milk in it.
Oh my goodness.
Just what the doctor
Oh,
ordered.
that Carrie, she just had to frog one whole repeat. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Zoila is chomping on ice. Do you know, sweetheart, that that's not good for your teeth to chomp on ice? Yep. You check with your dentist.
And it may,
Go ahead.
and it's 70 years. It's 70 finally.
I have some.
And I am working on this bag from the Summer Crochet World
Just a second.
2025.
Let me open you up. Look at that bag, folks. Isn't it gorgeous? I especially love that top piece there.
And it is partway done. I'm trying not to lose my stitch to show you.
Zoila. She said, yes. My dentist told me to stop, but it's so yummy. Hello there, DK Jen. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, DK Jen.
Look at her bag, folks.
And this is.
And I especially love the color. Look, isn't that pretty? Hey, Divergent. And tell us what yarn you're using, Sherry.
I am using, it's called the Eddie Bauer Adventurer Cotton. It's 100% organic cotton. There's 590 yards and 5.3 ounces. And it's a 2 fine.
2 weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
It calls for a 1 weight cotton, but I didn't have any.
Right. Oh my goodness.
And I was shopping from my stash.
Right.
The pattern is called the Prairie Flower Market Bag, Carrie.
And it's in the Crochet World magazine, correct?
Yep, for the summer of 2025.
There you go, Carrie. That's where you can go find it. Michelle Mosaic says it's 73 here and she's already working on Christmas items, folks. Oh my goodness. And drinking her coffee.
Yes, she is.
Yep. Heidi says, I need me a bag like that in my life. It is pretty, isn't it? Hello, Mama Gwen. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Gwen.
So, real quick, Froggy had all.
Carrie.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Carrie's been a member for 15 months.
Oh, Carrie, you sweetheart. Thank you so much. I missed that. Thank you. Zola says, Michelle, I'm thinking of starting Christmas gifts too. Oh my goodness, people. I don't start looking at that stuff until like about August. I mean, I just can't get in the mood for Christmas until then. But that's just me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, about 30-40 minutes before it was time for Southern Sisters to come on, Froggy hollered at me. Her husband Joey has not been feeling good at all. And so he finally broke down, went to the doctor, and he's got a sinus infection along with bronchial something. Anyway,
Yeah.
you know how our husbands are sometimes, and he asked if she would bow out tonight and go take care of him. So Anyway, so that's where.
It's taken me a month to do this.
Yeah, but you work.
But it's an hour in the morning. Yeah.
Right.
It's an hour or two in the morning and whatever time I can put in at night.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Let's say prayers for Joey.
We would really appreciate that, folks. Yes. Divergent said, I started a new stuck in the truck project, hexagon cardigan. Are you saying, Divergent, that's something that you keep in the car and you work on it whenever you're traveling or you have a spare moment from work?
I used to have one of those, and then I would have one in my vehicle and work on it at work, and then I'd have one in the house. But it got to the point where I would start doing the pattern from the one in the house and half the frog.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Mama Gwen says, I crochet like a crazy person. Huh. Divergent. Hubby and I work at the same place, and he works more overtime, but yes, it's a project that stays in the truck. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, any projects that I take in the car with me are small ones. Like I can get a whole bunch of, now this is when I'm not having to drive. Okay. Because a lot of times when hubby and I are moving from one project to the next, of course, he has to drive his, company car. And then that means I'm driving my car. So I can't crochet and drive at the same time. I know some people probably could do that, especially if they had one of them fancy cars that drives itself, but not me. But when I do have the luxury of being chauffeured around, as I tell my husband, and I know it's going to be a long trip, then I do like to, I keep a little bag that's got cotton in it and my favorite hook to work it up with. And I will get 2 or 3, depending on the trip, washcloths done up. And then I bring them in and get them washed and blocked and get them folded up and ready for a gift or use myself if I need to. Well, folks, for a long time, Sherry was making granny squares. Or maybe I should just say squares because they weren't all just granny squares, were they, Sherry?
Yeah, they were.
They were just all granny square patterns? Yes.
Yep.
I don't know how many she made there for a while.
Enough to make probably a not a full size, a twin size blanket.
Divergent.
Oh. Am I frozen?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Am I frozen?
Here in the house for a minute.
Okay, Maureen is. Okay. Well, usually it's me that freezes. Carrie, I put that the name of the bag in the chat for you. Let me catch up here. Oh, no. I'm not good at doing this by myself. Are you there? You're welcome, Carrie. So what have you guys been working on? Okay, Lana. Yeah, I already did that with my dog. Took her outside before we started. Yes, thank you, Zoila. Well, my next pattern, there she goes. My next pattern that I'm going to do is the Mosaic Migration Blanket. I got a bug up my you-know-what, and I want to try it again. And I'm going to be using Mandala in Warlock with a dark gray as the main color. Yeah, my internet usually kind of goes, usually every weekend my internet goes glitchy, glitchy, glitchy. Thank you, Carrie. Well, it was either that one or Groot, and I like them both. I just don't think I have enough of the Groot to do the whole project the size I want it to be. So what have you guys been working on? Groot looks like, oh, you're back. This is Groot.
Yeah.
Very fall-like colors.
Sorry, my.
And I just don't think I have 3 of them, and that's what I would need.
On my end. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're working on the 6-day star blanket. Nice. I'm kind of working on raspberries at the bottom of my class.
I saw Carrie's pretty 6 blanket in live this morning. It's really, really pretty. I backed all the way out, brought my brow back up. So we'll see. Hopefully that's all it was, because it wasn't the internet, which is what I was afraid it was. But
yeah,
oh,
I get that. I get that when there's a lot of people on the home Wi-Fi system.
Gnomes and gremlins figured out the internet. Isn't that the truth? But
that happens to me every Friday.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're making shorts in unicorn.
Oh, I bet that's gorgeous.
When you get that done, you'll have to send us a picture and put it in the Facebook group.
And hello, Mima Dawn. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. My camera wants to keep. Let's push you over there. Maybe that'll work. There it goes. Now the camera's got a mind of its own. Isn't that crazy? Can't win for losing, it seems like. Okay, so hopefully no more issues. as you can see, the topic for today is seasonal crochet items. Now, I don't know about you guys, but do you work on seasonal things? I mean, yeah. Divergent says
I
my
don't.
Hexie party is going to be in Sweet Delight from Hobby Lobby. Oh, I bet that's pretty.
I've got so much of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with
Yeah.
Michelle. The
No.
season does
Yeah.
not dictate what I crochet. I will
Right. Hello,
crochet a
Kathy.
blanket in the summertime.
Well, normally since I'm not a blanket person, other than my mosaics, folks, other than my mosaics, I'm just not a blanket person, especially if it's just the same thing over and over again. But that's the reason why I like the mosaics. But no, I mean, I love working on hats and scarves all year long. Um, I also love working
Hi,
on
Kathy.
useful things, like the market bags, my towels and washcloth. Uh, and if I get in the mood, whether it's spring, summer, winter, or fall, if I want to make a cardigan, I'm going to make one.
Welcome back,
But
Laura.
Laura, I know she was talking about having bad weather earlier.
Yeah, she's having thunderstorms.
Ah,
Thank
see
you,
now,
Kathy. He's a
that virgin
character.
says, I like making items that are seasonal way before the season. See, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to work on something seasonal, I'm going to work on it on my timetable. So that's why I
Yeah.
said I could be working on a cardigan or a sweater in July, you know?
Yep. I mean, I worked on my sweater, my short sleeve sweater. I got to wear it once before it turned too warm to wear it.
Right.
But
Well,
I plan on making another.
I do know that there are folks that plan way in advance so that
Yep.
if they want a summer top, they've already got it crocheted and made. But I have to be in the mood,
I'm very structured at work because I
Right.
have to be. So
Right.
when I'm at home and I am crocheting, whatever hits me at that moment is what I'm going to crochet.
Right.
And I'm ready for this to be done because I want to start on that blanket.
Right. Heidi says I usually do items that are for that season, and if it isn't done, then I usually put it away till next year. That's why this is the third summer for this one cardigan. Oh my goodness, Heidi. Cindy said I made blankets most, but enjoy doing wearables. So just what I feel like at the time. Then I just finished. Oh, because she just finished the fall poncho. Well, there you go. See, Jennifer's already working on a granny stitch cardigan that she hopes to have ready for the fall.
Yep.
And Michelle,
see, I get cold in the stores too. They have the AC on way too high.
Now, see, I don't get cold in the stores. I get cold in restaurants. That's where I get cold, and doctors' offices. That's where I get cold.
See, I've been going blanket, poncho, blanket, poncho.
Oh, so you haven't made up your mind what you're going to do next?
Well, I'm gonna do the blanket because somebody's sending me some yarn. So.
Oh, that's right.
Go with it. So that's what I'll do.
That's right, Divergent. You do, don't you? I see a lot of garments on your channel. Oh, that's nice, Kathy. She's working on a rectangular granny blanket for her husband.
Yeah.
And Divergent said, I prefer to make garments. And so that being said, I have to plan. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do have yarn put aside for a couple of sweaters
Right.
that I want to do, and they're just for me, so I can make them whenever.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
like I said, if the mood strikes me, that's what I'm going to work on. And then I guess kind of like Cindy said, I believe, if it takes me 3 summers to make a summer outfit, then that's what I'll do. But I'm kind
yeah,
of the mindset that if I'm going to start it, I am going to get it finished, especially whether I'm going to wear it or not.
right.
Yes. You want
Oh
to
yeah,
try more color work cardigans? I just want to get into color work, period. I really do.
yeah.
And I
There
do
is a
too.
sweater
Mm-hmm.
that Chris ordered me the yarn just before Christmas.
Right.
A color work sweater. And it's very intimidating for me because I don't do wearables.
Right.
But it will get done this year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in time for spring of next year.
Well, hey, you know what? That's a goal, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. Kathy says, I do love to make shawls. Now, I do too, but mine are more of
Mm-hmm.
the wrap variety. I've only made 1 or 2 triangular shawls, and they are not my favorite to make. They just really aren't. Um, and I think that I enjoy the wraps more because that's what I prefer to wear, is a wrap.
Well, now
Um,
that I know that,
no. I said I don't like to make them. I love them.
yeah.
I really do, but I don't like to make them. Uh, I have some beautiful ones that friends have made me, and I enjoy wearing them. I truly do. I just don't want to make them.
Well, you don't live in a climate where you can
That's right.
wear them.
Right. That's why I
Right.
tend to go more towards wraps and a lot more open
Yep.
stitching. Yes. Oh,
True.
that's right.
Divergent. True.
Make 2 shawls, throw them together, and you have a poncho. Wink, wink. That's the easiest ones to make, isn't it?
The one thing I don't like are the ponchos that are the rectangular ones, and you have to sew them together, and they're what's the word I'm looking for?
Asymmetrical.
Yes,
I don't care for those
I'm not a
either.
fan of asymmetrical.
Yeah, I'm not either. Even when it was a
It
fashion
just,
trend, I didn't like
yeah,
it.
I made a few of them, and I just was not a fan. Just not a
hmm
fan. They just looked off. Hmm.
I think for me, it's more because I like symmetry, and
Yes.
this is not symmetrical.
No. I think that was the problem for me too.
hmm Oh, Kathy says, I love a pattern from a girl on YouTube whose name is Krista. She has a very easy shawl pattern she calls Little House on the Prairie.
I will have to look that one up
I will too.
because I liked Little House on the Prairie
Oh, yes.
growing up.
Mm-hmm. So what are some seasonal items that a lot of you have either made or that you like to make? I love making cardigans. I love making little short sleeve sweaters, tunics. Not so much for me to wear, but my grandgirls especially, because they're little, you know, and they love that. Right. But I don't guess you'd really call that seasonal, because you can make a cute little short sleeve tunic or dress, if you want to call it, and they can wear it with shorts or leggings or pants, you know, just depending on how you do it. But oh, you did, Amy. She's got
nice
poncho number 6 down. Is that the last one, Amy?
See, I used to make ponchos for the fall, you know, so that they would be a little bit warmer, you know, on a cooler night.
Right.
But, and lightweight shawls for the summer. Oh, yes, it was the last one.
Oh, yay!
But
oh, Mima Dawn, she says, I make seasonal all year with the veteran blankets I make. Well, you know, Kathy, there are several pieces out there, especially Hooked by Robin. She makes lots of cardigans that are just one piece. You know, you start at the sleeve and you do the back and the front together, and yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Amy, I can't wait to see that. She's going to get pictures of the girls with their ponchos next week and put out a video about them. That's great. Would love to see them. I know. Can't wait to see that.
Those little girls are so cute.
Yep. Divergent likes beanies, cows, cardigans, sweaters, boot. Oh, yes, the little tops that go on your boots, and scarves.
Yep. See, I've been wanting to make the boot things. But I've never gotten to where I could sit down and just say, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
It's always been on my list to do.
Yeah, they're really easy to make. I mean, they honestly are. In fact,
yeah.
Funny thing, folks, I got to tell y'all. So I made a set for my youngest daughter one year to go with part of her birthday present, because she's a Christmas baby. Oh, Mimon Dawn, she's currently making a blanket for her newest grandson that will be here by June the 10th. Congratulations. Oh, my goodness. Well, yes, Amy. Yeah, they are not my children.
Have your daughter have him on the 6th or the 8th. Because that would be my granddaughter's birthday or my husband's birthday.
Oh, well, or you could have it on the 5th, because that was my mother's and daddy's anniversary. It's also Warren's birthday. Now, I know she probably wouldn't want to push it, but if she wanted to push it to the 25th of June, that's my first grandson's birthday, my mother's birthdays, and Rita, who comes in here to see us every once in a while's birthday. We're just throwing birthdays out there for you, you know. But I bet.
Yeah. We're picking his birthday.
Oh, he's scheduled for
you
the
have to block out their faces for safety reasons.
Well, we all know, Mimon Dawn, babies are going to come when babies are ready.
Yep.
Yep, they sure are.
Absolutely.
Let me see. We were talking about something just a moment ago. Oh, I was going to tell y'all about the faux socks, the little, you know, that go on the top of the boots. So I made a pair of them for my youngest daughter, because like I said, her birthday's on Christmas. And so she calls me up to say, Mom, thank you so much, but I've got to ask you about these. Because she said, are these for me, or are these for the dogs? And
Congratulations,
I said,
Santa.
My first grandchild, the boy, arrived 2 weeks ago, and I'm hoping he gets home soon. Oh, Sam, congratulations, sweetheart. Oh, first grandchild. You know, the first one always gets rotten.
Yep. And that's the truth.
You just can't help it. First time grandmas, I tell you what, we just spoiled them worse than rotten.
Yeah.
If you're for it.
Yeah. And they will be, my oldest grandson he will call me out of the blue just to talk.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yep. So anyway, she thought that maybe they were little neck collars for the dogs. And she said, well, we were thinking that if they were for the dogs, Mother, we have 3, not 2. And I said, no, they're to go on the top of your boots so it looks like you're wearing frilly socks or something. Yeah. We were not spoiled. I was the first. Well, honey,
I can honestly say I was the first granddaughter born.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, Meemaw Dawn, that your grandparents didn't get the memo. Because I sure did.
Yeah. I was the first granddaughter on both sides of on my mother's side of the family.
Oh.
For all the kids, or her sisters. I was the first granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
Because their mom had passed away a few years before I was born. My great grandmother kind of spoiled me.
Oh.
She's the one that taught me to crochet and never got mad at me when I hitchhiked and skipped school to go see her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kathy, I'm really sorry about that, sweetheart. She says she has 3 grandsons she's never met. Oh, I didn't do it, sweetie. I didn't do it.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't touch no buttons.
Meemaw Dawn says there was lots of sarcasm in that. We're not spoiled. Oh, goodness. I was the first grandchild on my dad's side and was the only girl, so I could get away with murder. Mm-hmm.
Carrie went and bought the digital magazine for...
Oh, good girl.
Crochet World.
Yes. Well, I don't really remember my grandparents on my mother's side. I do know that my grandmother on my dad's side, I'm going to say that she probably spoiled me, but is there a way to be spoiled, but in a stern way?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, she would sit down and say, it's dangerous to hitchhike.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her and said, do you know who my dad is?
Oh, goodness. Carrie says she was the first grandchild. Well, I definitely was the first grandchild on my mother's side because she was an only child. On my dad's side, he had 2 older brothers and 2 younger brothers. So there were 5 boys. So I'm sure I wasn't the first one, girl or otherwise.
Yeah, I had 2 older female cousins.
Oh, Zoila. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were tired by then.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you probably were spoiled, sweetheart. I mean, if they were tired by then, they were just like, Katie, bar the door, sweetheart. Do what you want.
Yeah, how about it?
Oh, Kathy says, Sherry, I was the first granddaughter on both sides as well. I was almost not born. Oh my goodness.
Well, see, my 2 female cousins were much, much older than me.
Ah.
Much older.
Mm-hmm. Michelle Mosaic says I was the first granddaughter. My cousin beat me by a month. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Taking it with a boy.
Yeah, my cousin on my mother's side, her older sister, my mother's older sister, had Joan 6 months after I was born.
Oh,
Same
goodness.
year.
What's going on here? Here we go.
And that and that auntie spoiled me.
Oh.
If I wanted her to do my hair, she would get done with her clients and then she'd get me right in.
Oh, how sweet. Virgin says, my mom's side, I was the middle grandchild, but my grandmother's favorite because I was the meanest. I was assertive and mischievous. You weren't. That's not being mean, sweetie. That's called taking up for yourself.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my great-grand.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yes, your grand.
She was my great-grandmother because both my mom's mom and dad's mom passed away before I was born. She was always, you don't let anybody push you around.
That's right.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was a tough old bird. Her husband would say something to her and she'd look at him and say, "What did you say?"
Oh. Goodness. That's right, Zoila. DC needed to defend herself. And Cindy says I was the middle of everything. The middle child, the middle grandchild. Yeah, my grandmother was the same way. She said, you can be a lady, but you need to take care of yourself. You can be a lady.
Exactly.
But when it's called for, you make sure that you take care of yourself.
Yeah. Divergent says, Zoila, I ran with the boys. If you didn't, they would run you over, and sometimes literally.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
Right. And I believe it's probably even worse than that nowadays, Oh,
I taught my girls to be very, not take any crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well.
And as well as my son. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember teaching our oldest grandson, the rule, you never hit a girl until she hits you first. No, until she hits you first. And then all bets are off. Yeah.
Yep.
Then all bets are off.
My dad my dad tried to tell my brothers that, and I looked at my brothers and I said, if a girl hits you anywhere,
that's right.
If they're man enough to punch you or kick you anywhere, you haul off and you knock their block off.
That's right. That's called protecting yourself, period.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They never did, though.
Right.
Because they were more worried about dad.
Mm-hmm.
So big sister had to walk in.
No, my dad said the same thing to my brothers. You treat a lady with respect, but when she is disrespectful, And like he said, they throw the first punch and it lands, then all bets are off.
Divergent. My grandmother's favorite story about me was my cousins kept bugging me, and I had enough and was twirling baton, and they started again, and I proceeded to beat the snot out of all three of them. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I had two older cousins by a couple of years, and I had long hair.
Right.
And my mother refused to braid it. It had to be either in a ponytail or down.
Right.
And they would come and just yank on my hair and get me on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they'd pull it so hard, they'd pull me backwards.
Yeah.
Oh. Sherry got her revenge.
Mm-hmm. Kathy says, I'm an only child and the only girl. I have an aunt who is my dad's little sister, and she has two boys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom had three siblings, and my father had 6 or 7. And his oldest sister was like 10, 15 years older than him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was second to the youngest. Second to the youngest. So one of these days he's going to flip me out of my chair.
Oh, no. I was going to say he's getting his calisthenics in. Here's your younger cousins, Kathy.
His mother.
Oh, well, there he is. You're right, Zoila. Your child life taught you well because you keep everyone at work in check. Mm-hmm. I've heard her talk about that. So I hope everyone has great plans for the weekend. I mean, I cannot believe that the month is,
Gone.
Just about over. Yeah. Heading into June come Sunday. School is out for most people. I do know that there is school still going on in the upper regions of the United States. Is school out where you're at, Sherry?
I have no idea. I don't have kids in school. I was behind a school bus this morning.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Well, the only reason I asked is because Mara, as many of y'all know, is her school doesn't get out until the 10th. That's right. Divergent says, working with blue collar guys, though, honestly isn't too bad because they can be so sweet at times. Yes, they can.
Absolutely.
That's right, Zola. May is almost over with. I mean, tomorrow's the 31st, Sunday, June's the 1st, and man, boom, here we are already into summer. Yes, Kathy, I was going to answer you. Thank you, Divergent. Joey is a little bit under the weather, so Froggy is taking care of her husband this evening. So as I said, I hope everybody's got some great plans for the weekend. Our weather is supposed to hold and be really nice. I'm so happy about that. So.
Yeah, I got to clean out and prep one of the pens to put all these chicks in. So it's supposed to be pretty warm. I just worry about it being too cool overnight, even though I have heaters. They're metal heaters. They're not the lights. I won't use one of those lights. It's too dangerous.
Oh, really?
But, oh yeah, so many barn fires are caused by these heat lights.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Huh.
they get too hot. There's no way to regulate the temperature. And if you have to keep them on for long periods of time, they explode.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
There's been so many barn fires here with people using them in the coops and they lose their animals.
Oh, Zoila.
So I use heat plates.
Heat plates?
What's it? I lost it.
Did you say heat plates?
We took the mom out to see the squirrel up and personal. She needs to help. Yes.
Yep. It does, doesn't it, Zoila? Yeah. I know, Divergent. Okay, is Sherry frozen this time or am I frozen?
Yeah.
Mom likes to talk to the squirrels through the windows. Oh, Zoila, that's nice. Sherry, okay.
1800, 5 years ago.
No, Kathy. The month of May has gotten away with me for a little bit, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. There's still going to be a May giveaway. It won't be like I normally do it.
Yeah, Divergent, there are plugs that do controls. You know, you can turn them on and off. But when you have baby chicks, you have to have them at, the temp has to be at least 102.
Oh,
and you can't turn them off.
Oh, goodness.
They have to, because they're really not feathered. They have down.
Yeah.
And the heat plates keep a level, and then they cuddle underneath it so they stay warm.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about it.
Right. Ravelry gift card? No. I still have my stuff. Lana, Mom probably knows. I just listened to her conversation. You wouldn't want to listen to my conversation when I talk to the wildlife, Zoila. Well, I do hope that whatever your plans are for the weekend, that it's going to definitely include getting out if your weather is nice. I mean, you know, this is early summer for a lot of us, and we've already been working out in the garden, so to speak. We had my grandson and great grandson over yesterday, and they were already digging holes, so playing out there in the dirt. Hopefully we can find something to put in this hole that's about a foot. I'm not kidding you. They got out there and they really got the digging.
Divergent says typically she only talks to the birds, LOL, or cuss the armadillos.
Oh, you cuss them little armadillos. They're just as cute as a button. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. But yeah,
well,
hopefully you
I know
Go ahead.
We were gonna hopefully clean out and put shavings down and that kind of stuff. But we also have to remove some plants from around my deck because they've gotten so big. I need to move them. Plus, we're going to be redoing that deck to move the staircase to a different part.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I don't have to worry about my mother-in-law parking in front of my
staircase. Gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, you got a lot planned for the weekend, don't you? Yes, Divergent. I know they do dig holes in the yard, but I still think they're cute as a button.
Yeah.
Kathy says she thinks armadillos are
ugly and scary.
No. No.
They kind of remind me of possums with a shell.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Their little armor.
Yeah.
Yes, Sherry does sound like she's going to be busy, doesn't she, Zoila?
I'm always busy. I don't really get days off.
Because if you're
I got paid on the weekends.
Yeah, you're either working at your work or you're working at home. Yeah.
Yep. It's worth it.
Divergent says she likes the possums more because they don't dig in her yard. Days off? What's that? I think that's a chance when you get to do something different other than work.
Bye, Jen.
Jen. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. I really do appreciate your time. I'm retired too, Meemaw Dawn, so every day is a day off for me. Granny D, oh my goodness. Possums
I wish we had armadillos here.
I will have to share that with my husband, Granny D. He will love that.
Exactly, Kathy.
Yes.
What woman really has a day off?
Yep, like I said, you got work at work and then you got work at home. Really, Divergent? Huh. Wonder why they migrated to where you're at.
Where do you live, Divergent?
We don't have armadillos in North Carolina that I know of, but plenty of possums. Yes. Tennessee.
Oh, you live in Tennessee. Yeah. Well, if I ever get to retire, that's where we want to move to.
Really? Is Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's right, Kathy. Absolutely. Well, folks, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all so much for being here this evening with us. I do hope that we were able to keep you entertained just a little bit. I am sorry for the little faux pas with the internet, but, you know, technology is what it is. You just got to deal with it and move on. So I don't know who's coming up next. I didn't have time to go and check that out for you, but please be sure and support our fellow creators. Let them know that you're there in the chat, even if you're going to be lurking, because it's always nice to know who's there listening to us. Any of you that are catching the replay, I'd like to know who you are. So just be sure and leave me a little comment down in the comment section to let me know that you caught the replay. And I'm going to go ahead and say, Sherry, you want to start us off?
Well, don't forget to come on over to our Facebook group on Southern Sisters on Facebook. And I will say good night. Make sure you smile and make them wonder what you're up to.
And yes, please remember to keep Jennifer and Joey, her husband, in your prayers because, you know, he's the sick one, but we all know what it's like to have a hubby that's sick, us ladies. So be sure to pray for her as well. And always remember, folks, yes, please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today because you never know. Could be your light they're looking to see. We'll catch you out there on the YouTube streets next week. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.